Hi everyone, this is Branson Man. Find me at bransonman.com. Send me an email, ask@bransonman.com. In the previous video, I realized I was only recording 6 days out, not 7, so I added these numbers if it looks like something's different. Real quick, I want to put a legend in here, and then we'll look at groups. So you'll know what you're doing, but if you go ahead and put in a legend, it will make things a little more clear for you. So watch this. I'm going to say raising rate. Call it whatever you want. Lowering rate. Added 2-night minimum. This is in regards to restrictions. The most often restriction that you'll run into, that you'll use, is probably a 2-night minimum. Added a 2-night minimum, removed 2-night minimum or restriction. So when we raised the rate, we decided we're going to make that bright yellow. When we lowered the rate, we made it light yellow. Added a 2-night minimum. There's actually a couple things you're going to have to do here. It's the best system I've come up with. If you find something different, which I'm sure you might, let me know, because I'm excited to know. Let's do added a 2-night minimum and then removed. Let me do this. This is what I found works better. We're going to do a fat box. Thick outside borders. That means I added a 2-night minimum and then removed a 2-night minimum there. Okay, let's look at the restrictions real quick. On this Friday, it was filling up too fast. So let's say I raised the rate $5 here. We see that's the first thing that I did, and I also wanted to go ahead and add a 2-night minimum. So you had to stay Friday and Saturday, or Thursday and Friday, either way. So I went ahead and added a 2-night minimum in the property management system, and I kept a record of it there. It's picking up real slow like we expected. We lowered the rate there, and it was at 73% on Thursday morning. The 10th is when we recorded. Thursday's the 10th. And then I said, you know what? It's Thursday morning. I've only got a day and a half. Thursday morning to Friday morning, and then to Friday night. I'm going to go ahead and also remove that 2-night minimum. Then I can put that there. I see I added it here and got rid of it there. Okay, let's look at groups. I have other people that come to me and they go, oh, you're doing all this, it's really productive, but what in the world do you do with groups? And so this is what I've most recently found to help with groups. If you right click on a column and then hit insert, it will scoot one over there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and clear this. No fill. It will help it stand out as groups. I'm going to go ahead and put that green back in there to make it consistent. Okay, so what I will do is I will go into Property Management System to the Groups section, and I will look to see when groups are coming in. So I also choose to make that red text. I'll show you that here in a second. Let's say there's a group coming in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And they are, this is 70, 75, and 80. They got a rate of $67. So they got a pretty good deal by the time you do the average daily rate of, what, 75. So they got maybe 10% off. So that's pretty good. I'm going to do $67. And before I do that, let me go ahead and make this text, because Excel's going to get confused when I start typing stuff in here. We'll make this text just like when we're trying to type in rates. A $67 group. That's just the code I choose to use. And it's here. And then what I'll do is I like these to be red. I'm going to go ahead and bold them. It just helps it stand out. And then what I will do is I will click not these cells, but the numbers over here in Excel. And I'll hold down, and it will highlight those all the way down. Then I'm going to choose to make this a red text. What that tells me is as I'm going over here and filling stuff in, it's highlighted red. Oh, hey, there's a group, and I can look over here and see the rate. Why is that important? right here, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. On Monday morning, we were at 50% for that Tuesday. And I go, then the next day was Tuesday, and on Tuesday I go, it's not really enough pickup. I want some more pickup. I'm going to drop the rate to $5. It's highlighted in red so that says, hey, make sure you check your groups. I go over here and say they have a $67 rate. If I drop that $5, I'm going to be undercutting that group. And what will happen sometimes, not often, but sometimes, let's say that group is on a bus and someone is traveling on that bus and they say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and pull up and see how much a room costs. So they search on the internet on one of the sites, or maybe even go to your own site, and they go, $65? Wait, what was our rate? And the group leader goes, oh, we got it for $67. And they say, well, they didn't give us much of a deal. Actually, in that situation, it will still work out fine, because when you get an average daily rate and add these up, they're going to be at $75. So they're still getting a great deal, but you can see how that can cause you trouble. Something else you're going to want to know. Let's do one more group here, and then we'll be done. What do we got? 60, 65, 70. So let's say that's average of $65. Let's give them a $63 group. Let's let them stay for 3 days. And let's do bold. I like that. And then let's highlight and make the text red, so that flags all of that. Let's say you've got a group in here for that long. And I'm going to go ahead and set this right, justify it, so that it's easier to see as we get further down. Let's say that there is a one-night group coming in here. Let's do a one-night group coming in here, and they got a $67 rate. I'm going to put in the highest group rate for that day. You might have 10 groups in on a day. So a different group, they didn't get as many rooms, so they got a $67 rate, which is a $3 break off of this. They're only here for one night. I put in the highest group rate because that's the one you have to be careful not to undercut. There's a 63 hiding in here too, but it doesn't really matter to us, because if we're above 63, then in theory we're still okay. No one's going to be upset or too upset. But if I decide to drop this rate to $65, this group is still getting a $2 break, so it's fine. It doesn't need to show up on a radar. But this one will be undercutting. So this will keep you from having to look up every group every day for the next 4 months. Record the highest priced group for each individual day, and that will help at least let you know when you're undercutting a group. Call up the groups department, say, hey, this is what's going on. The pickup for the whole hotel is slow. I've got to lower the rates to get some more pickup. I just want to let you know in regards to this group. And they can give you some guidance as to what to do with that, or at least prepare them for a conversation that they might have if somebody sees that instead of getting a $7 break, they're getting a $2 break. It just helps prepare them. So the key in taking rates up and down is lots of data that will help you make wise decisions, and also communication. Do not sabotage your groups department. Just keep them involved in the conversation the whole time. Please visit me at bransonman.com. Send me an email, ask@bransonman.com. Thanks for your time.